Alright, welcome back to the Outlast 2 100% tutorial. In this part, I'm going to be showing you how to get every single collectible in Chapter 2 as fast as you possibly can. I'm going to show off some alternate tricks that you might be able to get down yourself, but at the time we don't use them in the current run. And the main thing I'm going to be showing off that is like that, whenever we're coming down here, you want to pull up your camcorder. I'll explain it whenever I get down here more. You'll pull up your camcorder, start recording bridge. We're going to go up to this ledge, and we're going to ledge run while holding W and D. Let go of it, just keep running forward, and we're going to take a right here and grab this note. Once we record the note, we're going to do a save and quit. And then I'll explain this like alternate routing we could use here. It's not really alternate routing, it's just a simplistic trick that hasn't been fully developed yet. So I'll leave it down in the description, but I'll explain it here. So what we do is we look to the side and we side hop on this beam. But that's the issue with side hopping on the beam, is that you can fall off very easily. So again, I'm gonna not super explain it super well, but basically you just side hop on this beam and then you continue on forward. And it probably saves about 2 to 3 seconds, probably, I would assume. We haven't done full testing because we haven't been able to get it consistently. So again, I'll leave that down in the description if you want to try and figure it out for yourself and see if you can get a consistent way. Otherwise, we're just going to normally run across this beam until the last second, jump, and then jump, go to the next beam, pull up our camcorder, and continuously look up. Then we're going to stop, wait for the locust recording, and then we'll fall off. As long as you start recording the second the second you look up, you'll always get that recording. There's no issues whatsoever with that. So I'm going to cut this cutscene out because it's just a minute and a half of nothingness. So I'll see you guys after it. Alright, now that the cutscene is over, you're just going to press your activate key so you can fall down from the rope. We're going to pick up our camcorder, and we're going to look left, and we're going to run straight down the path. A lot of Chapter 2 is basically just linear pathing. So we're going to turn left here, and just take this linear pathing downwards. Follow this, like, little creek thing. Again, like I said, Chapter 2, for the most part, is just linear pathing. On our left coming up, there's going to be a note. We're going to record that. Alright, I'm going to explain a trick we do on these logs. So you can just run up them normally like that, which is kind of slow. Or you could do a full sprint on them. Is by going very far left or very far right, and you could just full sprint up the logs for whatever reason. That's a thing. It's not too difficult to get. Just practice it a bit, and you'll get it down easily. We're going to drop down here and just keep running along this path. Crouch underneath this log. You could do a side slide, and you might get inside of this log a slightly bit faster, so you could do that for optimization, or you could just go up to it and crouch into it. Either or, it doesn't really matter. We're going to run along here and look to our right and start recording this trespassing sign.
Fuck.
We're going to drop down.
There's gotta be some other way around.
And then we're going to wait here, turn back, and we're just going to drop completely down. Coming up on our right is going to be a note. We're going to record that. And for this, for slight optimization, we're going to get up to the rock, and then we're going to slide under it for just a slight bit of optimization so that we can save a couple of seconds there from normally having to go through water, which is fairly slow. Jump into this cutscene. This guy throwing up on you. And then once this cutscene is over, we're going to take a right and go into this cave. I'm up here. I'm just going to climb all the way up and then grab this note inside of this backpack. You don't want to fall straight down there, otherwise you'll get a hard land. You want to hold a bit left so that you don't get a hard land in that cave area. We're going to take a left here. We're going to crawl into this. This guy might hit us here, or not. There's a chance that guy will hit you there if you go into there slightly too fast. So we're going to turn around, go back out, go into this cabin. Grab this note, and then crouch under here. Take a right, and then we're going to record Nick and Large shooting this random scald. just going to make our way up this mountainside and go across this ledge. Climb up this, and we're going to just jump in to the campfire and do a save and quit. So we don't have to deal with a stagger scene, and also it's just faster regardless. Been around this path. Nick and Lard's going to be here. They will shoot you one time here, but it's fine. You can take one hit in this area to them. Run towards the campfire. Just take the same pathing I'm taking. It's fairly linear. And then we're going to head to the school scene. Once we get into the school scene, we're going to save and exit so we don't have to deal with the bleeding effect. And then mash or activate key so you can immediately get out of the locker. Just follow Jess here. And we're going to go into the computer room. Or not the computer room. This office so that we can activate the computer. I'm going to mash or activate key. And this is another instance where your inputs do not carry over after you have interacted with an object. So whenever you're done with this computer, you want to hold right for a short time and then sprint forward. Turn here and get this timed recording. You want to stop running about here, and then after a bit you want to continue to run, and you'll get the recording coming out of the room. And that's the fastest way you can get the recording. You don't want to leave the room without getting the recording, though. Alright, coming up is the crucifixion scene. There's not much to explain. Once we get out of this log, it's just going to be the crucifixion scene. So again, this is going to be another cutscene that I cut out. It's a fairly lengthy cutscene, and there serves zero purpose. So I will see you guys after the cutscene. Okay, now that we're done with the crucifixion cutscene, Blake is going to be hung up here on a cross. You're just going to mash your activate key so we can get Blake out of this, or get him off the cross as fast as possible. And then we're going to be going into another annoying stagger scene where sometimes you just need to question yourself and ask, why did Red Barrel think that this was a good idea? We're going to hold forward and look left while holding shift. The stagger scene can be nice to you and can be really mean to you, as you can see. If it pushes you towards this tree, it's not being very nice. By the time I'm here, I want to be like halfway to town. So this would be a fairly bad stagger. We're going to slide to grab this bandage, and we're just going to leave that little camp thing, or tent. Go around, climb up here, and then heal.
Fuck me. Oh, fuck, that hurts.
Whenever Blake is done healing, or about done healing, just going to mash your jump key. Climb up, and we're just going to climb up these hills. Or not hills. Climb up the side of this mountain. Take this linear pathing, because there's no other way for you to go. Drop down here, do a save and quit to get stamina back. And we're just going to continue forward. There are no notes in this area. It's basically just linear pathing. Jump here so you don't get staggered by water. Again, this is just linear pathing because there's literally no way for you to get notes because you don't have your camera. There's going to be another log that we can run up. So again, do the same thing where you run up on the side and you'll get a full sprint. Bolt over this and do a save and quit. Okay, there are two ways to do this Nick and Lard scene. I'm going to show off the risky strat, which is the fast strat, and I will also show off the slow strat. So the fast strat is we're just going to drop down like that. You want that exact animation, and we're just going to run forward towards the tree over here. We're going to cut extremely close to Nick and Lard, and we're going to slide here so we dodge the next arrow. Then we're going to grab the camcorder, and we'll go into the next scene. Now I will show off the slow strat. So slow strat is just falling here, crouching underneath the water until Nick and Lard leaves. So basically casual. And then obviously once they leave, you could just get up out of the water and leave as well. So right as they're about to leave, you could just run and grab your camcorder. So I will show off how to do the fast strat one more time, since in my opinion it's really not that complicated to learn. So again, you want that fall animation, and we're just gonna run straight towards this this tree right here that's slanting over. We're gonna take it really tight, Nick and Lard, and unfortunately I got stuck on the tree there. If you get stuck on anything, for the most part, you're probably going to fail it unless you get really lucky with dodges. So, sliding. But yeah, you want to make it around the tree. Got really close with Nick and Lard. It can be kind of tricky to learn and do because you're trying to do a certain type of movement. And it's either the game gets stuck on a lot of geometry, or it's just an overall thing. So again, cut really close to Nick and Lard. Slide here for safety so you don't get shot at. Grab the camcorder, and we're going to be going into the next school scene. Hold right. Hold right for like a second so we can go in through between there. And we're just going to follow Father Ludermilch. Once we get about to this doorway, we're going to 180. Instead of doing the 80% strat, which is going into the bathroom stall behind us, we're actually going to take a right and go into this room and turn around so we can record what's happening to the room, I guess. I'm not really sure what this recording consists of. I'm guessing it's the room. And then once it's over, we're going to wait until it says open, and then hold your activate key to open slowly. And then we're going to be going into the telephone scene.
Out of there. I want you to find a place to hide, someplace safe where you can remember the taste of her kiss when you felt her neck break, you diseased cocksucker.
Alright, once you get out of the scene, this is going to be another event where your inputs do not carry over past cutscenes. So you want to hold right and then hold forward and run. Run down and then just mash mouse 1 because you can't miss that locker. Or not mouse 1, activate. So we're going to leave this locker, and then we're going to grab this note here. Open this door. And then there's going to be arrows flying at us, but you could just dodge them easily because they're meant to miss you. This is the one part where in a speedrun, we're going to actually sneak past an enemy. So I'm going to show the routing on how we're going to do that, and then at the end I'm going to show an optional ledge run. So I'm hoping I only need to show this off twice, but that's in a perfect world, so I'm hoping I'm able to get this so I can show it off you know, to people who want to do it. So we're going to open up this door, a couple arrows are going to fly. We're going to take a right here past this barbed wire. Once we're at the door, we're going to crawl. You don't want to sprint, otherwise you'll get up from your crawl. Sprint towards this log. Once you get up to the log, you want to take a right. I'm just going to make our way to this barbed wire ahead of us. Now, once we're at the barbed wire, I'm going to show the fast strat. We're going to do a ledge run by holding Alt. See, I didn't get it. Okay, so I don't really think I can re-show it off because Nick and Lard are literally directly to my right now, and they won't go away. So basically, what you're gonna do is I'll try and show it off one more time, but I'll explain while we're here. Is you're gonna go up to the wall. You're gonna hold backwards like you would for any ledge run, except for with this one, it's really precise. So you have to hold backwards, hold W for like a second, hold W and A for a second and a half, and then hold A the rest of the way. Obviously, if you don't want to do the sledge run, you could just go across this normally. And yeah, I'll explain what you do at the end. Hopefully here I'll get it and I can show it off. So again, you're just going to crawl up to that log, and then you're going to take a left to the barbed wire. Not a huge amount to explain. Unfortunately, we can't just run past Nick and Lard. Otherwise, we would, but they will literally aimbot one-shot you because Red Barrel made an amazing game. Stand up here. So there, I did not hold forward long enough. So I needed to hold forward slightly longer. So I'm going to attempt it one more time so that it doesn't get boring. And yeah. I just want to show this off. But if I can't, then I will just link a timestamp of current world record doing it. So you can at least see how it's done. Unfortunately, I let go of W before I needed to there. So, again, it looks something like that, but then towards the end, you just want to hold A or left. So, once we're here, normally you would just ledge run into this, but if not, then you just want to jump into it and get a save and quit. Okay, so here's another part where the side hop jumping is actually sort of consistent. Because you can actually look down and reposition yourself here. So you want to do it up to this arrow, and then you just want to continue. Because past there, it's actually pretty difficult to continue to stabilize yourself. Here, you want to do a slide about here, so you dodge that arrow, so you don't get bleeding effect, and you also don't get staggered by it. Climb up here, and then we're just going to take linear pathing. Because there's no other pathing we can take. Alright, at the very top here, we're going to slide. Or not slide because we're out of stamina, apparently. And then we're going to get a save and exit. Usually you're able to slide there, so you could just slide into the crawl space. Coming up right here is the buried alive scene. So there's not much to explain here, so I will see you guys after this cutscene. Okay, now that we're done with the buried alive scene, my mic. I just want to mash your activate. Alright, so we're going to get out of here, and we're going to... Blake is going to head off to the right, act like he was dying because he was buried alive under gravel, which makes, like, no sense game-wise, but... or real-life-wise, but whatever. Look to your right, then we're going to run to this coffin here, and record this note. We're going to 180 back to where we were buried alive. And just run straight forward. And then we're going to get this recording of the fence, the barbed wire that we got caught in. Before the buried alive scene. Once we get this recording, we're going to turn around and just run down the normal pathing that you're supposed to take. Dodge these guys by going left and then going right so you don't get into the QTE. We're going to slide under here. And then we're going to grab this note on top of this pedestal thing. Tilt over this. And record the guy who's hanging. For the most part, as long as you're recording the rope, you're good. So yeah, I would just stay about here because if you go a bit more left, then you'll lose the recording. Climb up these rocks. Go down linear pathing. get the checkpoint so you can save and exit, so you can keep all your stamina.
Come on.
Come into this cabin, grab this note. We're gonna climb out, and we're gonna go get the noose. Take the pathing I take here, because it's not very linear. But yeah, you need to take the pathing I take here, otherwise you'll run into an enemy with a Q to E. Oh. Run over here, and then undo this rope, so you can get the rope. So that you can go down into the next area. We're going to go back, and then right here, we're going to slide down. Some slight movement optimization, also it saves stamina. So we're going to grab this, run past this guy so he doesn't hit you. Slide here to dodge this arrow so you don't get the bleeding effect, and just run past Nick and Lard. They shouldn't shoot at you anymore. Jump past that guy so you don't get hit. Sometimes that dude's there and sometimes he isn't. We're going to climb into here and then mash our activate key. This cutscene isn't very long, so I don't think I'm going to cut it out. I'm probably just going to be silent. There's not much to explain. Aside from at the bottom, when Nick and Lard die, we're going to fall all the way down, and then we're going to record Lard.
Get your hands off me! Touch disgust me out of you! Hey! Hey! No! No, goddamn you!
So, I will explain that if you do get shot by Lard, you could do, well, pull up camcorder here and then move forward once. If you move forward anymore, you'll actually lose the recording for Lard. So, you want to record him. And then you're just going to make your way forward so we can get into the next school scene. So, if you do get hit and you're in bleeding effect, whenever we get into the school scene, once we climb completely out, you'll get a checkpoint. At that checkpoint, you'll save and quit. So you can lose the bleeding effect. So just take the pathing I take. We're going to not get that vault there. So to get a fast vault here, we're going to go up onto this mound of snow. Apparently the game doesn't want to let me get it. You'll go up on this part of the snow, and then we're going to vault over that corner. New here. I wasn't actually supposed to lose all my stamina here, but I was trying to explain that. So right here, once we get to this door, we'll slam it open, get a checkpoint, and then you want to save and quit. All right, so we're going to go halfway down here to like the first two steps, and then we're going to 180, climb over this railing. It'll auto drop us, and we're just going to run forward into this courtyard area. We're going to go to this hatch, open it up, hold backwards, and we're going to go to the side and then hold to the right. You can do it on the left side as well, and then just walk forward and open up this door. Climb up this ladder, open up the hatch, and then we'll be going into this Jessica scene. So, before I start this Jessica scene, I'm going to explain two things. Actually, I might explain three. I'm not sure exactly how I want to word this. So, we're going to grab this, record the thing that's going to take us into, like, this dimension thing, and then Jess is going to be there. We're going to have to follow her, and we're going to have to follow her based on her voice. In this area, do not run. If you run, you can lose a decent amount of time because you will lose cycle. So always walk in this area, never run. Even in no stamina, for example, if you're running no stamina, don't run either. But specifically for Hundo, because we have stamina, do not run. You'll lose your stamina and you'll miss cycle. The second thing is Jess has cycles. She'll repeat dialogue or parts of the song unless if you have completely caught up to her. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. So basically, we want to make... we're going to grab the note, record this, and then we're just going to follow Jessica based on her voice. It's not really too complicated. It's fairly simplistic, but yeah. So grab this note, pull up your camcorder, walk a bit forward, and you'll start recording this wall. You'll always get it as long as you have your camcorder up immediately. Turn on your microphone and the camcorder,
Jessica.
and start following Jessica.
Jess. Hey.
Quick, the day is done.
So as you see, you always want these levels to be even for the most part.
Thy little one, light of light,
Jessica.
keep me this
Can you hear me?
and shed round me thy presence bright. I need not fear. If thou art near,
If she gets too
thou
far,
art my savior.
or you stop hearing her, she'll repeat cycles.
The day is done. Oh God, the
Oh,
sun.
sure.
the
Not cycles. She'll repeat dialogue.
One, light of light, keep me this night and shed round me thy presence bright.
It's not too difficult to get perfect
I
cycle.
need not fear if thou art near. Thou art my savior. This way, Blake.
Alright, and when she says this way, Blake, you could just stop. You'll get a jump scare, and then we're going to 180. And now we are going to run forward so I can get my checkpoint. We are done with Chapter 2. So we are going to be, in the next part, we're going to move on to Chapter 3, which is Raft. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next part. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the description. Not description. Please leave them down in the comments. If I can't answer them, then please head over to the Outlast speedrun Discord and ask it in the questions. I'm sure one of our members would be happy to answer it. So yeah, I will see you guys in Raft.